I have a little bit of anxiety right now. My vape died right before I hit the stage. I thought that shit was better than cigarettes. That shit is worse. You know why? That shit is delicious. When I was smoking cigarettes, Marlboro, Newport. That's it. Vaping, peaches, papaya, guava. Shit get more exotic every time I go. Sometimes, not even regular watermelon. Watermelon iced. I don't know what that shit is, but every time I hit it, I'm like, yo, I could taste the ice. I don't know how y'all do this. These companies are slick, too. They market to your culture. They know I'm Latino. They be spicing up them flavors. I went to the vape shop last night. He was like, I was waiting for you. Mucho mango. That's a lot of mango. Like, yeah. Come back later, I'm gonna have rice and beans. Just keep my credit card. I'm excited. I feel like things are piecing together in my life. They just flew me out to the Bahamas to headline, do comedy. That was top experiences I've ever had in my life. I fucked up. I brought my girlfriend with me. Not for no devious reasons. We just had two different mindsets. I was trying to make money. She was trying to spend that money I didn't even make yet. We stayed at a resort. She wanted to do everything at the resort. Even shit where I'm like, they had this thing in the Bahamas, it's called swimming with the pigs. These are not even cute little pigs. These are grown, hairy-ass pigs. Ugly as shit. The guy goes, be careful, the pig, he might bite you. I go, this pig bites me, I'm gonna bite him back. I don't know what you've been calling him, but he's gonna be chicharrón by the time I leave. I'm gonna luau this pig if he bites me. That shit was $200 a person. Facts. That's the same reaction I had. She was like, we gotta do it, memories. I bought a Polaroid camera just for this. I thought I was gonna have to pay for that shit. Then I look over to the left, I saw 3 other fat guys walking into the beach. I said, we could swim with them for free. I'll be the 4th one, I'll oink, come on. I'll take the picture too. They had a water park at the resort. I haven't been to an amusement park since they denied me. When I was 12, I was too chubby to get on King the Car. I thought it was gonna be the same thing. No weight limits at water parks. That should not be a thing. This plus gravity was crazy. The velocity in which I went down that slide. You wanna know how Moses parted the Red Sea? He sent a fat guy down the slide. Divided everything. I went on one ride. I was just excited. I haven't been on an amusement park in years, right? The water park. I'm sitting at the top of the slide. This shit was insane. 90 feet up in the sky, and it's at a 90-degree angle. You're not even sitting on nothing. You're just bare body, just like this. I'm sitting at the top. I got my feet dangling. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I started rubbing water on my chest, making sure I'm all fluid and shit. Next thing you know, the guy that works there, he scared me. He goes, you wanna go? I did until you said that. I'm not gonna get up though, that's embarrassing. I'm fully committed. I went down that slide. Has anybody here ever felt that feeling of accepting death before? Not in control, I just closed my eyes. At one point, I think I got so scared, I farted and I came off the slide. I don't know how I'm here. The next ride, I was like, nah, we gotta get on together. I'm not going by myself. We went on one that's like, it's 2 inner tubes tied together. Nobody told me nothing. I sat in the front. Nobody explained weight distribution to me. We went down that slide, I hit that first turn, I felt her behind me grab my shoulder. I almost left her behind. The weight is uneven though, she's trailing behind me, so it's going like this. We just started 360 down this tunnel. We hit that water, I propelled her over my body. I tried to grab her last second, mi amor! No luck. I think my favorite ride, hands down, the lazy river. Shit is a chubby man's paradise. I'm drunk. I got a pina colada in my hand. I'm just spinning in this fucking river. Going 5 miles per hour is the nicest shit ever. I was on that ride for so long, I reached the beginning of the lazy river. That shit is not lazy in the beginning. They need to push that water hard to push the water throughout that whole ride. I went from 5 miles per hour to 50 in a matter of seconds. I started bouncing off of walls like a ping pong. I hit one corner, I saw a family of 5, divided all of them. Little kid went this way, grandmother went that way. I was like, yo, my bad. Just kept spinning away. I had to just wear that shit open like that. We stepped out in the balcony, we was trying to smoke some weed. I was feeling good about myself. Next thing you know, the hotel across from us on the 18th floor, I saw somebody flash a camera. You know what's the worst part? Nobody's gonna believe me that it was cold in the Bahamas. I just have to eat that shit. While I was in the Bahamas, I was trying to scheme. I do comedy full time, but I like to think about $1 million ideas, you know? Why did you find that funny? You find me thinking funny? That's crazy. I like to think of people that came up with ideas that made them so much money. Here's my favorite person of all time, Michael Buffer. If you don't know who Michael Buffer is, you may know his catchphrase, "Let's get ready to rumble." Y'all have ever heard that before? I want to see that documentary. You know how much money he made for that? $400 million. Not making that shit up. I want to see how that shit started. There's no way in hell it was "Let's get ready to rumble" from the beginning. I want to see him trying to figure that shit out like, "Let's get ready to tussle." Nah, that's not it. "Let's shoot the fair one." Nah, too hood. I feel like the next Michael Buffer right now, he's wasting all his talent working at Starbucks. He should be announcing boxers instead he's announcing fucking people's orders. He should be saying Canelo Alvarez. And instead they're at Starbucks like weighing it at 200 fluid ounces. A caramel macchiato! For Jerry? The smartest thing I ever did was get a CDL. Anybody else drive trucks? I like how somebody flat out said no for everybody. Now we make money here in Columbus. We get that money. I feel broke now. I got my CDL so I could work at FedEx. This guy's a savage. Me working at FedEx is the funniest shit you heard? That's crazy. When I got the job at FedEx, it taught me an important lesson in life. Everything is about perspective. Perspective is everything. Before I got the job at FedEx, I hated FedEx. They always left my shit downstairs saying, "I'm sorry, we missed you, sir, you wasn't home." I was home all day waiting for that package. I live in an apartment building. They're just lazy. They don't want to come up them stairs. And then I got the job at FedEx, and that's when perspective hit me. I'm not going upstairs either. Walk a mile in each other's shoes. I take mushrooms. I like thinking about other people. I showed up that first day, I saw 1,243 packages. I don't know all these people. I checked every box. Everybody lives on the 6th floor. Not one person lives on the 3rd floor at least. By the 10th person, I started bargaining with people on the intercom. I'll ring your doorbell, FedEx, they'd be like, "Yo, 6B. I'm like, "Yo, meet me at 3B at least. Meet me halfway." Craziest thing about FedEx, I was working for FedEx right before the pandemic. I don't know what happened here in Columbus. In New York, people started looting. People started robbing shit. They tried to loot my FedEx truck. They pulled me over. They're like, "We don't want to hurt you. We just want the truck." And I was upset. They were like, "Why you want to die for other people's property?" I'm like, "It's not about that. You're trying to rob me at 7 p.m. You're going to rob me after I work the whole day? That's fucked up. Come back tomorrow at 7 in the morning. You can have the whole truck. I'm look out for you. Y'all like grand larceny here. It's a crazy-ass crowd. From time to time, I look for part-time jobs while I do comedy for health insurance reasons. I can't take it no more. I got no insurance. I be going to the urgent care. Anybody here go to the urgent care? There's no urgency and there's no care in that shit. Should call that place slowly disregarded. Been sitting there for hours like, "Yo, I'm dying. Y'all don't want to help me out?" I go, right? I go to the urgent care. I finally get to see the doctor after an hour of waiting. You know what's fucked up? They do all these different tests on me. The doctor comes back, he goes, yo, so the way your insurance is set up, it covers the tests, but it don't cover the results. What does that even mean? It means I know what's wrong with you, but I can't tell you. You're gonna have to figure that shit out. I think the best time I ever had in my life was during the pandemic. For that unemployment money. Anybody else? Nah, just one other person? That was the most money I've ever made in my life, hands down. They were giving me $900 every week for 2 years. I never made that shit at none of my jobs. Every week, if you never file for unemployment, you gotta answer questions to get that money. Every week, those questions get harder and harder. 1 week, simple yes or no questions. By the third week, math problems. Would you say you earned 504 divided by $3 squared? I wouldn't be unemployed if I could solve that shit. It took me the whole pandemic to realize NA means not applicable. That whole time I thought that shit meant nah. Have you returned to work? Nah. Hey, you guys are great. Keep supporting Don't Tell. Clap it up for your host. Thank you.